Hi, welcome back everyone. You already know who this is. And we just recently surpassed 700 subscribers. 700! That is crazy. And I cannot thank you guys enough for this. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for helping me surpass 700 subscribers. That is insane. And so, as a 700 sub special, a gift for you guys, I got a double unboxing for you guys. Double. 2 in 1. You guys see the title. It's the SH Monsterarts Gamera 1999 Kyoto Decisive Battle version and the SH Monsterarts Gamera Rebirth. And we're just gonna get straight into this. So this is a pretty freaking big box from Big Bad Toy Store, of course. Shout out to them. But yeah, so I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for this. 700 subscribers. That is insane. But we're just gonna get straight into this for you guys. So 2 in 1. So this is why it is a big ass box. There's 2 SH Monsterarts in here. And I'm gonna have to do it like this. Put the camera down, like so. Okay, so 700 subscribers. And I think at the end of the video, I'm gonna explain to you guys why this is kind of important milestone for me, and also why I chose Gamera, why this whole thing is kind of important to me. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the video for that full explanation. I think you guys are gonna want to hear it. All right, other side of the box, tape has been cut. Let's go. All right, flip it back. We're gonna do it like this. And so now, for the new people who aren't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, or else this guy will come clap your cheeks tonight. Over 700 of you have avoided that, so let's keep it going. 800 subs, we can do it. We can do it. 800 subs, we can definitely do it. But regardless, guys, I cannot thank you guys enough for 700 subscribers. That is freaking crazy. All right, which one do we have first? Ooh, bubble wrap. Okay, here we go. So here we have Gamera Rebirth, and then Gamera 99 Kyoto Decisive Battle version. The Big Bad Toy Store sticker. Very nice. All right, let's pull them out. Yep. All right. This side. Okay. See, Gamera 1999 Kyoto Decisive Battle version, and Gamera Rebirth. Okay, so I got the boxes out, and let me move this out of the way. And here are the boxes. So 99 comes in the brown premium box, which is nice. Very nice. And then here's Gamera Rebirth's box. You can see the design. Very nice. Side of the box. Gamera 2023. Goated year for me, not gonna lie. And here's the back, where you can kind of see the figure itself. And he is looking awesome. I cannot wait to get him out. Alright, top of the box. Another window. Very nice. Another shot of Gamera inside. Alright. Side of the box. Very nice. Bottom of the box. Very nice. Alright, so I think we're actually gonna go with 99 Gamera first. So let's unbox him first. So this is kind of interesting. So the flip is on the side now instead of the top, which is new. So let's just get straight into this. Let's get the tape out of the way. All right, very nice and easy there. Very cool. All right, now the bottom. Oh, that was that is satisfying. Okay, now the side. Let's see if we can do this, please. All right. And yeah, all right. So the tape is out of the way. We can now flip this, pull out the actual box. Let's actually see it. Ooh, there is the side of the box. Gamera himself, very nice. Now let's pull him out. All right. Okay, nice and slow, nice and steady. Okay. All right, I got him. Here is the Gamera 99 box, the Kyoto Decisive Battle version. This is awesome. Okay, top of the box. Very nice. You can see my phone a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful with this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to face reveal just yet. Side of the box. Bottom of the box. Alright. All the accessories, including his banishing fist. Very nice. Alright, the side of the box we saw. And here's the bottom of the box. And we're gonna get straight into this unboxing. So, tape at the bottom here. Let's get this out of the way. Like so. Okay. Open this up. I know some collectors are gonna kill me for that, but whatever. Alright, we're just gonna flip this to the other side. And now we pull the tray out like so. Alright, so here is Gamera himself in all his glory and all his accessories. Very nice. And an actual instruction manual for the accessories. We don't get these anymore these days. Now we just get them on the flips of the boxes. But regardless, here's Gamera himself. And fun fact, this guy's gonna be my second ever Gamera figure. Because this guy right here was the only Gamera figure I ever had for years since I got into Gamera years ago. This Bandai Movie Monster Series theater exclusive Gamera 99 with his banishing fist. Very nice figure. But it's time I got another Gamera figure. And yes, another 99 figure, but we also got Rebirth Gamera. And I definitely need to get his opponents too, like Giles, Guron, Viras, Iris, and so on. Legion. I gotta get more Gamera monsters, but for right now, we're gonna rock with 2 more Gameras into the collection. And so, here's the instruction manuals to display him in flight mode. And then it's actually a double, well, not a double-sided, but here's the other side. His hand accessories, banishing fist, and his severed arm piece after he blows his arm off. Gnarly sin, but here he is in flight mode. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get straight into this. Let's get him out of his plastic prison. I have been waiting for this, and I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this. And here we go, part 1 of my 700 subscribers special for you guys. I still cannot thank you guys enough for that. Seriously, I cannot thank you guys for helping me surpass 700 subscribers. That is insane. And I'm already pulling out Gamera straight off the bat because I want to see him. Alright, and here is Gamera himself. 99 Gamera, let's go. The goat of all goats, the king of all kaiju, Gamera, who could solo Godzilla, who could solo Ultraman, who could solo Cthulhu, who could solo Fiction. Let's go. Obviously, I'm kidding. Don't kill me for that, but nonetheless, I'm sorry to say, guys, but I actually like Gamera more than Godzilla. Yeah, I said it. I am a true Gamera stan. I actually like Gamera more than Godzilla. And this figure is looking awesome. Very nice figure. Toying around with the articulation, I can see how you can remove the arm. Man, this guy is awesome to look at. Just look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful sculpt. They did an outstanding job. Tamashii Nations. Toying around with the articulation a bit. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Very solid figure so far. Nice joints. Okay. All right. No derpy eyes. Nope. All right. Accessories. Let's take a look at the accessories. First, we have this piece for his flight mode. Very nice. And then his flippers for his flight mode. So that's very nice. Don't worry, we're going to put these on shortly after. And then of course we have his famous banishing fist. Let's go. Very nice. Very cool accessory. And then we have his severed arm accessory. After he blew his arm off. When Iris was sucking up his energy. Very gnarly accessory to have, I'm not gonna lie. Very cool though. If only they do that with their Godzilla figures. This amount of accessories. There's other flippers for his flight mode. And then the stand, which apparently people are saying this stand is overly used. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever had this. So I really like it. It looks awesome. And yeah. Alright. So, and lastly, the support stand thing for his flight mode. Very nice. This is the first time I ever had one of these. So, can't wait to display him in his flight mode for you guys. And yeah, it's alright. So let me get all this junk out of the way so we can take a closer look at Gamera himself. Alright, I changed my mind. Before we take a close look at 99 Gamera, we're going to unbox Rebirth Gamera right now. So we can take a closer look at both of them at the same time. How does that sound, guys? Alright, so we already looked at the box for Rebirth Gamera. So we're just going to get straight into this unboxing. Alright. Ooh. Double tray, I see. Alright. Okay. Where's the instruction? There's the instruction manual. Okay. So, here is a much shorter instruction manual than the 99 one had. So, mainly just to put him in flight mode. That's all the accessories he has. But regardless, here is Gamera himself. I'm gonna put that to the side. All right. Here's Gamera, Rebirth himself. And take a look at that. Oh, this is awesome. I am hyped for this. Alright, so let's get straight into this. And we actually have a separate tray for the rest of his accessories for his flight mode. So that's very cool. But for now, let's just get Gamera out real quick. I don't think there's any tape. There's not. So let's just get straight into this. Alright. That was easy. Let's just get Gamera straight out of the box. Hopefully nothing pops out. We'll see. Let's find out. I'm actually kind of nervous about this one. Ooh. Okay. Carefully. Alright. And his arm popped off. Oh man, here we go again. Classic Monsterarts. Okay, so his arm popped off. Hooray. Why is it? What? It's kind of weird. They actually have it wrapped. I'm not sure why they have it wrapped, but regardless, let's get it out. I've never seen this before. I've never seen Monsterarts do this before. So this is the first. Alright, give me a second. Okay, so I got the tape out of the way. And here's his arm, which was wrapped for some reason. I'm not sure why they had it wrapped. Very strange. But regardless, here is Gamera himself. Alright. Oh, this is awesome. Big chunky boy. Let me put his arm back. Real quick. See if I can do this correctly. Alright. His arm is back. And here is Gamera Rebirth. This is an awesome fucking design. They really captured the detail and the aspect of this guy from the show. Oh man, this is awesome. Alright, so right off the bat, this guy absolutely nailed it with the looks department. Tamashii Nations really outdid themselves with this one. Look at that monstrous body. Very chunky. And something I've realized, do you guys remember that short trailer for a potential Gamera movie back in 2015? That one like awesome like CGI trailer for Gamera? I'm pretty sure this is the same design, just like slightly updated for his anime. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he looks very identical to that design, especially the shell. But nonetheless, Gamera here is a beast. This guy is awesome. And let's get all his accessories out so we can put all the trays away, so we can take a closer look at both Gameras. So here, let me move Gamera out of the way real quick. So here is the wings, very nicely, very pointy. Yeah, definitely pointy, so be careful with these. Alright, so there's the wings, very nice, very modernized. And then let's open this up for the rest of his accessories. Alright, so what do we have? We have the base of his body, his torso I guess, for when he's in flight mode. Alright, and this is cool. This is a brand new stand that I've never seen before from Tamashii Nations. Very nice, like watery stand for like the water scenes, like when he's flying above the water, avoiding the jets from like the second episode I think, or like when he's battling Viras underwater. I think that was episode 3 if I'm correct. It's been a while since I've seen the anime. I gotta rewatch it again. Same with the Heisei trilogy. And then here's the support thing for his flight mode. You just like align it. Yep, like that. And then of course the support stand thing to support everything up. And yeah, we'll get everything assembled when we look at the accessories later on. But for right now, let's get all this junk out of the way so we can take a close look at both Gameras, which here they are. Let's go. Alright, so I'm back, and setup's a little different because I admittedly just went for a quick swim in my pool, because why the hell not. So we're back, and we're going to take a closer look at 99 Gamera first. His articulation, well, first of all, the sculpt in paint apps is absolutely phenomenal. They absolutely nailed it with this guy. The battle damage on his shell, the nice texture of his skin, toes, fingernails, the elbow spikes, very nice. The tusks, whatever the hell you call it. And yeah, his eyes, there's like a little bit of gold on his eyes. If you guys can see that, I don't think so. That way. Anyways, and yeah, so the looks department, he looks great. He looks awesome. They definitely nailed the head sculpt on this over the previous release of this guy. I saw pictures of the first version. It was pretty whack. So thankfully, they went back and they resculpted the face. And now, Gamera 99 is absolutely accurate and monstrous. Look at that. Beautiful. Articulation. Jaw moves on a hinge. Very nice. Head on a ball joint. Neck also on a ball joint. So it can look very up. Down. Very down. Can look left, right. All that good stuff. Okay. Alright, so the hands, the arms, they can rotate a bit. And there's a cut here where you can swivel it. And then very limited bend at the elbow, very limited. And then the hand, yeah, very limited articulation for the hands, the arms. And that's kind of to expect for this guy. I mean, it's Gamera, he's a giant turtle. You're not gonna get much articulation for like the arms and especially like the legs. Speaking of which, here are the legs. They barely move, but they do have a nice bend at the knee. Y'all hear that crunch? Very nice. Cut at the knee. I'm assuming it's a ball joint. You have a ball joint. And then another ball joint for the feet. And then lastly, the tail, comprised of ball joints. Not too many because he doesn't really have a big tail. Again, it's Gamera. So articulation wise, for the character, it works. It works for the character. It's limited, very limited, but it's Gamera, so you can't really take points away from that. So W figure so far, absolutely W. And now let's take a look at Rebirth Gamera. Let's go. Rebirth Gamera. Jaw can open up very nicely on a hinge, I'm assuming. And there's like multiple ball joint system, I'm assuming. So you can look up, way up. You cannot look down that much. And then left, right, somewhat. Alright. Okay, and then the arms. So you can move them freely. And again, limited. Well, you can move this quite a bit. And then you can't really rotate this piece that much at all, actually. It's mainly the whole arm you can rotate. And then very limited bend right here for the elbow. And then the hands, very limited too. Somewhat, not as limited as 99 Gamera, but still somewhat limited. But you can definitely get a lot with these guys either way. So that's good. Then the legs, they can move just a bit. The knees can go forward and back just a bit. Barely anything. You can hardly move the knees. And then there's a cut here which you can't really move. It's kind of pretty stiff. Yeah, very stiff. And then one more here. Yeah, you hear that? It's very stiff. Yeah, there's a cut for the feet too, but you cannot move that at all for some reason. So yeah, you're not gonna get much articulation from this guy either. And the tail, slightly longer tail, but again, it's Gamera, so you're not gonna get much out of it. Just like one more ball joint than 99 Gamera, mainly because it's a longer tail. But regardless, still limited. But again, it's Gamera, so you can't really take points away from that. So W figure so far. And now, accessories. Oh boy, we're gonna try them all out, don't worry. This is gonna be a pain, I'm not gonna lie. But I got the instructions manual, and I think we're gonna take a look at 99 Gamera's accessories first. So, let's move Rebirth out of the way for now, and then his accessories. Alright, for 99 Gamera, we're gonna take a look at his arm accessories for this. I got my instruction manual right here, and we're gonna take a look at the banishing fist on him. So here it is, and now what we gotta do, this part right here, we gotta take it out. Fuck it, we're gonna take the whole thing out, I guess. So just take out the whole arm, and then if the camera will focus, this part right here, we gotta remove it, and then we just plug it back in like so. If I can do this on camera. This is a bit of a pain in the ass to do. Okay, I think I got it. Yep. Okay. And now we take his banishing fist, plug it in, And yeah, so here is Gamera's banishing fist on him. It looks very cool on him. Very nice. It's pretty much a repaint of this guy, of this arm, with a translucent plastic. So pretty much the same articulation. But I will say the ball joint is not very secure. It's very loose. And it is easy to pop out. But regardless, it's easy to pop back in either way. And so far, it's still holding strong. So that's good. So that's Gamera's banishing fist. Very nice accessory to have. Very cool. Gamera's finishing move in the movie, Gamera 3 Revenge of Virus. Still my favorite Gamera film. And still on par with Godzilla Minus One, Shin Godzilla, on being my #1 favorite film. Literally between those three movies, Shin Godzilla, Godzilla Minus One, and Gamera 3 Revenge of Virus. So that's that. And now let's pop it out and switch it up for his severed arm. This is brutal. So let's put him on if we can. If I can do this on camera. Okay. I'm gonna have to move this a bit. Alright. I think we can do it now. Alright, give me a second. Alright, so here's Gamera with his severed arm. Very brutal. But I got bad news. Somehow, this one's even worse than his banishing fist when it comes to how loose it is. Just the slightest tap and it'll fall off. This thing does not want to stay. So, it is unfortunate because it is a pretty gnarly accessory to have. I've never really seen anything like this from any action figure company where they have accessories like this, like severed arms or whatever. But this was a really cool accessory to have, but unfortunately, it barely stays on. Right now, I'm not really moving his arm too much, so it's standing still. But if I touch it slightly, yeah, it'll pop off very easily. So for the sakes of it, we're just gonna put his normal arm back, just for now. Alright. Alright, and for his flight mode, we have this piece, his flippers, his little flippers, and his stand, the base and the stand itself. And I've heard that this is overly used from Tamashii Nations. Well, this is actually the first time I ever got one of these, so this is my first one ever for this base. And here's the stand. So we're going to plug it in like so, and there we go. There's the stand. And so I got the instruction manual on me, and we're going to start with this. And so first things first, we got to remove his arms and his legs. So I'm going to move this, put this to the side carefully. His other arm, if I can do it, yep. Alright. His legs, if I can do this right. Oh, how am I gonna do this? Alright, give me a second. Okay, so all his arms and legs have been taken out, so now we gotta remove this piece right here. Alright, and then we gotta remove the tail. Okay, and so we actually have to take out these pieces too, these two little pieces. And yeah, I clipped my nails, like literally. Remember how I said I went for a swim in the pool? Yeah, I took a shower after that and clipped my nails. So this is gonna be a pain in the ass for me. Never mind. Will you look at that? Okay, never mind, that wasn't a pain in the ass at all. Anyways, take those pieces, and it's very important, according to instructions, that you remember which side is which, that you don't misplace them. So do keep that in mind. Alright, so now we plug this in. like so. Okay. Let's see if I can do this on the first try. Okay. Gotta line everything up perfectly, apparently. Come on. Okay. I think we got it. We got it. Okay, good. And so now we display, put on all his flippers and such. This one goes here for this arm, and they curve like this to make it easier for you guys to see which one is which. So now all you gotta do is plug it in like so. Now for the other flipper, just gotta plug it in. So that one was easy. This one doesn't feel secure, so let me fix this. Okay, got it in. And now for the little flippers. Of course, you gotta know which one is which. Okay, this one has a circle, and this hole has a circle at the top. So obviously that goes there, like so. And then this one has a little line on the top. This one does too. They align, and boom, voila. Move Gamera's head all the way up, like so. Woo, that's very nice. And voila, Gamera is in flight mode. And this is awesome. This is fucking awesome. That is awesome. And all we gotta do is put Gamera on his display. And here he is, flying. Gamera is now flying. I'm holding this with one hand. Look at that. That is awesome. That is fucking awesome. Let me see if I can stand this on the bed by itself. Probably not, but worth a shot. Okay, sort of. Yeah, sort of. Okay. Gamera is standing on his own, flying. This is such an awesome accessory. This is awesome. Really, really cool. And I accidentally popped off the flipper on accident. It's very easy to put on, but also very easy to take out. So I guess it's kind of a win-win. I don't know. Nonetheless, this is fucking cool. I really like this. Alright, so put everything back. Alright, remember which one is which. Okay, that one goes there. And then this one has a circle. So that goes there. Alright. Push them back in very nicely. And now take off their flippers. Okay, that one's out. This one's out too. And now we take this piece off. Alright. And then we put the tail on. It is important that we put the tail on first before we put the this piece. So the tail is on. Probably push it all the way back. And then put this piece back. Align that perfectly. And yeah. And all you gotta do is plug back all of Gamera's limbs. Okay, first make sure that this thing is secure in here so you don't mess anything up. Mine is secure. Okay, we're ready to put on his limbs back. So the legs, push it back. Alright, this one's back onto this one. Alright, that one had a nice clank. You all heard that? That was nice. Okay. And now for his arms, put this arm back, if it'll let me, pretty please. Okay, this arm's back. And now for this arm. And yeah, Gamera is back. Ready to kick some ass, kick Iris's ass, kick some Guile's ass, some Gauss ass. How do you guys pronounce it? Gauss or Giles? Personally, I pronounce it as Gauss, but that's just me. Now, on to Gamera Rebirth. The only accessories he has, well, is his flight mode. So here's Rebirth. Here's the torso for his flight mode, his wings, and of course, the stand with a very nice base. Pretty sure this is brand new, so very nice. So now on to Rebirth's instruction manual. Taking a look. Alright, so this piece goes here. Like so. Very nice. And then you plug this in. Like so. Very nice. Alright. Pretty sure that's how you do it. If not, you just flip it, rotate it the other way. But okay, we're going to put that to the side. Now, taking a look. Of course, first thing to do, we have to remove Gamera's limbs. Sorry, Gamera. Okay, let's see if we can do this on camera. Alright. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this off camera for the legs. Okay, so Gamera's limbs are out. And next, we actually have to take out the tail as well. So let's see if I can do this. Yes, I can. Very easily. Very nice. And now the next step, take out the whole piece. The whole piece. Right here, if I can do this correctly. How should I do it? Okay. You can do it like that, apparently. But you can also take out the entire piece as well. Like that. And I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. Like, it's recommended. But anyways, these pieces are out. Taking a look at the other side. Alright. So, they recommend that you take out the whole piece. So I'm assuming that you can take this out very easily. And then you can plug this in very easily too. Gotta align everything perfectly. See if I can do this perfectly in one shot. I hope I can. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to do. Oh, never mind. There we go. Plugged in just nice. And then you plug it back in here. Careful with Gamera's neck. Now let's see if I can plug this back in. Come on. Okay. I think we're about to get it. Well, I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Okay. We got it. Yep, okay. Just taking a look. Alright. Okay. So, now, next step, of course, we are on the flippers. And so this one goes here. Just to make it easier. This is the way it's curved. And so what you gotta do, see the ball joint in there? Just gotta plug it in very easily. That was very easy to do actually. What the hell? Never mind, it wasn't even secure. Okay, there we go. I heard the crunch. Or not the crunch, but the plug-in. Same for the other side. Okay. Yeah. It's weird. It's always this side that's easier to plug things in. But anyways, now Gamera is in flight mode. And this is fucking awesome. Look at this shit, bro. Look at Gamera go. Let's go. So Gamera looks awesome in flight mode. Now I wish for both of these Gameras, for both of them. I really wish they would have come with their accessories to make him in flight mode, but like spinning as a saucer. You know what I mean? Because that's like in my opinion, like his main flight mode, when he's spinning around like a saucer. So, and I'm pretty sure like the 1995 Gamera from Monsterarts has that accessory where he's spinning. But regardless, super happy that this is awesome to look at. And another thing I would have liked from these two is his plasma balls. They definitely should have included that. Definitely for this Gamera, because this is all he comes with. So they definitely could have snuck in a plasma ball for him. And might as well for 99 Gamera too. Should have come with plasma balls. But I do have an accessory that'll work perfectly for now until I get my hands on the plasma ball. Because I do plan on getting the new 1996 Gamera from Gamera Attack of Legion. And that one comes with a plasma ball. So definitely look forward to that when I unbox it. But regardless, here is Rebirth in flight mode. And let's get the stand ready. Did I do this correctly? Or is it backwards? No. I think it's like this. Yeah, got it. Okay. Now Gamera is in flight mode. I'm not going to try this. Right. Or you know what? Yeah, it's going to hover, fall over. But this is what it would look like. But regardless, this is awesome. This is awesome to look at. And now, let's put Gamera back to his normal self. So, first things first, we're going to take off the flippers. Very easy to do. Alright. Next, we're going to take off this whole piece. This whole piece. If I can. Yes, I can. Alright. So, now we got to separate these pieces. If I can. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Alright, give me a second. Okay, so I got them separated. And now we put this piece back. Oh, oops, wrong thing. But anyways, we put this piece back right here. Like so. That was pretty easy to do. Alright. And then we put it back on Gamera himself. Like so. This way. Okay, let's see if I can do this carefully. Okay. Okay, we got it. That would kind of hurt my finger. Okay, so up next, move Gamera's head back down, I guess. Then you plug in the tail, like so. Okay, tail is in. Let's move it up a bit. And then, his limbs. His legs. Alright. Okay, and now for his arms. Come on. Yes, okay. And for his last arm. Alright, Gamera is back in business. Ready to kick some Gau's ass, Zegra's ass, Jigger's ass, Virus's ass, Guron's ass. Everybody's ass. Godzilla's ass. Let's go. Gamera Solo's Godzilla. Gamera Solo's Ultraman. Gamera Solo's Cthulhu. Gamera Solo's Fiction. Let's go. Kidding, of course. But Gamera's better, nonetheless. But anyways. Now, fortunately, that's all the accessories that Rebirth Gamera comes with. So with that out of the way, let's get on to some quick size comparisons. And I guess we can start off right now between these two. And as you can see, Rebirth Gamera is a chunky boy, but regardless, they're both awesome figures to have. Absolutely W figures. Alright, and for some quick size comparisons, here are both Gameras compared to the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Final Wars. Very nice. I think he fits better with Heisei Gamera right here, 99. They definitely fit together. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely display them together. But anyways, Next, here are both Gameras compared to the Hayatoy's Energized Godzilla from Godzilla Kong The New Empire. Very nice in my opinion. This Godzilla would probably fit better with the Rebirth, considering how chunky both of them are. So regardless, here they are. Very nice. And then up next, we have both Gameras compared to the Demoniacal Fit Son Goku. Very nice. Thumbs up for both of these guys. These guys are fantastic figures. And yeah, very nice comparison. And one last comparison, a little fun one for a specific reason. Here they are compared to the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Earth from the anime trilogy. So there's that. And he would definitely go with Rebirth Gamera. They're both the animes versions of each other, of each character. Well, obviously there's Ultima too, which I do have the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Ultima, but I'm just too lazy to bring him out. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get him out. But for right now, here's Godzilla Earth and Gamera, and they definitely fit very well together. Look at that. Yeah, I think Gamera would fit a lot better with Earth over Ultima. But regardless, here they are together. And they both have beards, which is kind of crazy. So does 99 Gamera. It's crazy. Gamera was the first one to do the whole beard thing. It's crazy. But anyways, so they definitely look good together. Gonna kick each other's ass. Gamera solos. Kidding, of course, but regardless. And so, overall, these two turned out to be absolutely fantastic. Beautiful, perfectly done figures. Accessories wise, fantastic. Everything from the sculpt to the paint to the articulation to the accessories, everything is perfect. Now, of course, some things could be adjusted a little bit better. Maybe some more articulation and some more accessories wouldn't hurt either. Definitely kind of bums me out we don't get any plasma beams for either one, especially Rebirth Gamera. But of course, if you're an average collector like me, then you probably have something that could fit perfectly as a temporary plasma blast. Like for instance, this blast here from the SH Monsterarts Shin Godzilla, the 4th Awakening version. You should go check out my unboxing for that. But here is his fire blast, and this definitely works as a plasma blast for Gamera. So what you could do, take your base, this is the one from 99 Gamera, you put it in a stand, you align everything, plug it in. If I can find a hole. Where the hell is a hole? There it is. Okay. Just align it. Alright. And now Gamera can shoot his plasma blast. Look at that. Oh, that absolutely works. That absolutely works for now. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That absolutely works. So definitely you might have some effect parts that you could use as Gamera's blast effect, his blast, plasma blast, whatever you want to call it, fireball, I don't really care. But you might have something that could work, because I do plan on getting the 96 Gamera from Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, and that one comes with his own plasma blast. But until then, I'm definitely going to be using this as Gamera's plasma blast. And again, you could use it for 99 Gamera. That definitely works. Yep. Alright, so one more thing that I noticed now that I think about it. On Rebirth Gamera here, his glowing stomach, definitely a callback to Gamera the Brave, when Toto fired his plasma blast at whatever the hell the creature's name was. I keep forgetting the name of that reptilian creature that Toto fights and Gamera the Brave. But regardless, y'all remember how Toto's stomach would glow in a pattern before he shot his plasma blast? And yeah, this is definitely a callback to that, so that's very nice. Fun little tribute to the past. But yeah, so overall, again, both of these guys, absolutely phenomenal figures to have in your collection. And they're both still their market price. On Big Bad Toy Store, Rebirth is $135 and 99 Gamera here is $130. So definitely, considering how much accessory they have, the articulation, the scope, the paint, definitely a must buy. Do not hesitate on these guys. So Gamera fans, absolute Gamera Giga Chads enjoyers like myself, we eating good with these two releases. I know I'm about 2 years late, but finally I was able to get my hands on them. And again, they're still their market price, so definitely Gamera fans, do not hesitate. Get these guys. They are so worth it for your collection. And automatically, I know I've said this before, but I'm going to do another top 10 figures of the year list at the end of this year for 2025. These two immediately have their spots reserved on that list. They are making it on that top 10 list. Absolutely. And so, one last thing that needs to be discussed before I end the video. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for helping me surpass 700 subscribers. That is fucking crazy. And so, why did I decide to do a double unboxing for Gamera figures as my 700 sub special? I'm sure you guys are aware the year is 2025, and guess who's gonna be turning 60 this year? Gamera. This year is gonna be Gamera's 60th anniversary on November 27th, and I am 100% sure they're gonna have a big announcement for the next Gamera project, which has already been confirmed. It's already been confirmed that another Gamera project is in the works. But anyways, that's not all. If you guys have been subscribed for a long time, or if you know me personally for a long time, then you will know that this YouTube channel was previously called Majin Gamera 99. Don't believe me? You should go check out my very old videos from back in 2021, because that was the year that I got into Gamera. You'll see on my intro that this channel was called Majin Gamera 99. And why was that? Why is this so important? Well, in 2021, I went through my first big heartbreak. And that was the first time I ever experienced rock bottom. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be the last time either. I had to go through that again last month, June, but back in 2021, my first time ever going through something like that, which led me to disappear from social media, specifically Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, which also led me to some very questionable decisions in my life, which I still regret to this day, but we got through it. But how did I go through it? If you've seen some of my other previous videos, then you've probably heard how Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, saved me. At the time, Venom Let There Be Carnage, because that was releasing. And that is true. But that wasn't the full story. No. Yeah, Venom wasn't the only one who saved me. Gamera did too. And Dragon Ball. Because at the time, I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai twice. For the first time ever, because, you know, it's literally just Dragon Ball Z, but without all the filler. And then the second time, I rewatched Kai, Dragon Ball Kai, and the very start of September of 2021, around that time, early September of 2021, I got into Gamera because there was a short fan film, CGI that was being made, and it caught my attention. It was Godzilla vs. Gamera, and at the time, I didn't know much about Gamera. I was still a Godzilla fan, but I didn't know much about Gamera. But that short film was being made and it caught my attention. It looked good. I liked it. So the next day, I started researching how many Gamera films there are, in what order, and boom, I immediately started with Gamera Giant Monster. It was okay, nothing too special about it. Then Gamera vs. Barugan, underrated film, but it was alright. But then Gamera vs. Gauss, that was the one that really hooked me on to the franchise. And since then, for the rest of the Showa era for Gamera, very strong and strikingly similar vibes to the Showa Godzilla era, where it was leading towards children. And I had a blast watching the Showa Gamera films. They were all very goofy, but very enjoyable. And there was also a clear difference in quality for the budget for those Gamera films compared to the Godzilla films in the Showa era. Definitely a clear difference in the budget quality, but regardless, I enjoy those films. But then I got into the Heisei Gamera trilogy. Gamera Guardian of the Universe completely blew my mind. I wasn't expecting absolute cinematic experience with that film. Holy shit, I was surprised. What the hell have I been doing with my whole life, missing out on this greatness? And then Gamera 2 Attack of Legion somehow even got better. Pretty much the same level, but Attack of Legion has a little sprinkle of horror, because Legion, in my opinion, is Gamera's most terrifying villain. Legion was horrifying, and I love that. That horror aspect of the film definitely boosted the film up a little bit more. Back-to-back fantastic films. Then came Gamera 3, Revenge of Iris. That, I cannot describe the words of what I experienced the first time I saw that film. There is a reason why that is not only my favorite Gamera film, but might literally be my favorite film of all time. It's literally tied with Shin Godzilla and Godzilla Minus One. Those three films, Gamera 3, Revenge of Iris, god fucking damn. And then of course Gamera the Brave, I enjoy that one too. But man, Gamera, Dragon Ball, Venom, those three things saved me from those troubling, rough times after the heartbreak at the time. Those three goats definitely brought me back to my feet. And it's kind of sad too, because that's when I also stepped away from Godzilla for a little bit. Obviously I came back with Godzilla, but Gamera definitely helped save me along with Venom and Goku. And so now, another thing, around that time while I was getting into Gamera, after I got into Gamera, shortly after, I started uploading on my YouTube channel again. But this time, it would become a permanent thing. At first, it started with little like goofy projects. If you've seen my old videos, I'm sure you remember Goku versus Obama. It started out as a joke with my friend, Warship. He's been featured on this channel quite a few times, but regardless, started with those. And you can see, again, my username was Majin Gamera 99. And that was the beginning of this YouTube path, because I've uploaded other videos before that, like years ago. But I didn't really consider like doing YouTube like that until those days with those projects. Because it started with those, then the Carolina Panther videos, and now these unboxing videos. And so here we are, almost 4 years later. In 2021, I was sitting at 32 subscribers. Now, we are sitting at currently 702 subscribers. 700 or 630 more mean, not 600. I'm sorry. 670 more. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. And if you thought it was over, no. We're only getting started. 800 subscribers. We can do it, guys. We can reach 800 subscribers. We got this, you guys. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we can make it through 800 subscribers in no time. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for helping me reach 700 subscribers. And with that being said, that is going to wrap up my unboxing, double unboxing for these two absolutely magnificent figures, the SH Monsterarts Gamera Rebirth and the Gamera 1999 Kyoto Decisive Battle version. So really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to their channel. And again, I cannot thank you guys so much for helping me reach 700 subscribers. And I'm definitely going to mix up my videos in the future. I'm still going to do unboxing videos, but I'm also thinking about doing discussion videos of like the next Gamera movies, next Godzilla movies, next Dragon Ball projects, whatever. I'm definitely planning on doing those types of videos too, along with the gaming videos, of course. And yeah, so definitely stay tuned for the future. Lots of great things are coming our way for you guys. And again, thank you guys so much. And I love you guys. Oh, and definitely stay tuned to the reviews of each of these two figures, because that's right, I'm actually going to do some specific reviews for each of these guys. Since I did a double unboxing for these guys and how fantastic they turned out, they both definitely deserve their own reviews. So stay tuned for that. These two are getting their own separate reviews. And yeah, peace.